Alright, this is John Colo with OKRaw.com. Today we have another exciting episode for you. In this episode, I'm going to share with you guys my 6 tips so that you guys can eat more vegetables in the new year. Happy New Year's, everybody. It's already 2024. Crazy how time flies when you're having fun. This starts my 29th year eating a raw living foods diet where I've been focusing on eating primarily fruits and vegetables, but more recently have included a lot more other whole plant foods. I eat them mostly raw with some small amounts of heat processed foods. That being said, I've been traveling a lot lately. Last 2 weekends, the New Year's Eve weekend and the weekend following, I was actually out of town traveling. So I'm so glad to be sitting here in my garden with all my amazing vegetables. And that brings me to today's topic. While I was traveling, I overheard people on the rental car bus or, on the airplane or whatever. And I heard people sharing their New Year's resolutions with other people, right? What's your New Year's resolution? Post it down below. I'd love to know. But I've heard people say, oh yeah, my New Year's resolution is to eat more vegetables. And I'm like, my ears perked up. I'm like, what? Eat more vegetables? That's my specialty. So I didn't want to butt in on their conversation. But I thought I'd make a video for you guys because maybe some of you guys' goal this new year is to eat more vegetables. Whether you're a fruitarian and eat very few vegetables, or whether you're a standard American diet eater who barely eats any vegetables anyways, less than 10% of Americans eat the recommended servings of vegetables a day. And vegetables, if there's any one correlation in the science, it's that vegetables, the more vegetables you eat, it's correlated with a longer and healthier life. They have many different beneficial properties, including different kinds of vitamins and minerals, and more importantly, plant phytonutrients that can benefit us. While some vegetables can contain quote-unquote plant toxins, if you turn that around, those very plant toxins could be plant nutrients and be anti-cancer and anti-aging and be good for us. If you guys want to dive deeper into my views on the plant toxins and why I choose to eat them smart, link down below to my video where I discuss why I eat plant toxins and my views on this topic. Anyways, let's just dive right into this video, giving you guys the best 6 ways to include more vegetables in the healthiest manner so you guys get the most benefits in this new year. All right, my first tip is to make vegetables available. If you guys aren't buying vegetables on your weekly or bi-weekly shopping trips, right, you're not going to have them in your house, and guess what? You're not going to grab them to eat them when you're hungry. So you want to always have them available. I always encourage you guys to buy lots of vegetables every time you go shopping at the grocery store, natural food store, or even farmer's market. And some vegetables last longer than others. So for example, baby carrots don't last as long as full-size carrots in the bag that you need to wash and chop up, while leafy greens will expire much more quickly. Cauliflower could last kind of somewhere in between there. Same things with broccoli. So I want you guys always to have vegetables on hand, buy them regularly so that they are available for you guys to eat. Now, of course, the extra bonus is to grow a garden like I do. You guys can see I have endless amounts of lettuce I could eat. I harvested lettuce last night for my salad. I have bok choy, pak choy, onion greens, cauliflower, broccoli leaves, different kinds of mizuna, different kinds of Asian greens to eat, and I'm surrounded by endless amounts of vegetables. I have a few fruit trees, including these avocado trees right here, some kumquats that got kumquats, some figs, but I promote and grow mostly vegetables because they're the healthiest, and I eat them pretty much when I'm not traveling. Every day out of my garden, I always grab at least 1 or 2 leaves, because when you got it all and it tastes as good as when I grow it, you want to eat more of it. Now, of course, if you guys don't have the space to grow an outdoor garden like I do, or aren't in a zone that is conducive to growing, you guys could grow sprouts and microgreens indoors, even in the winter. And if you guys are interested in learning how to grow your own vegetables, the highest quality money can't buy, then you want to check out my other YouTube channel, Growing Your Greens, where I have over 1,800 videos now, share with you guys how to grow the different greens and vegetables, herbs and fruits and whatnot at home. And I visit farms and show you guys all the different ways, and hopefully one of those ways will light a spark underneath you and get you to grow some more food. Second way to incorporate more vegetables in your diet is to make salad the main dish, right? A lot of people have a small side salad with their big slab of meat and potatoes, right? have a big salad and a small amount of meat if you are still eating meat, and you know, some smaller amounts of cooked potatoes in there. You could even cook some beans in there and put the cooked beans on top of the fresh salad and mix it in. Actually, that's what I did last night. I picked fresh greens out of my garden last night. I put some sauerkraut made by Listen Nate that they gifted me in there. I put an avocado that I grew myself on my tropical property, as well as microgreens from a local microgreens grower that I visited recently. And then I dumped some pre-cooked low sodium beans on it and mixed it all up and ate it, right, with the dressing. And I mean, it's really that simple, guys. So I really want you guys to make salad a main meal instead of a side dish that most Americans do. This will really allow you to ramp up your greens and eat them in one of the best ways possible, when we actually chew them into a mush with our teeth, so we get the best digestion of the greens. I've seen people in the past that I've lived with, including ex-girlfriends, where you know, they didn't flush properly, and I'll see big chunks of greens that came out undigested, and that's because you're not chewing enough, right? So chew up your greens more. And of course, some people, if you start eating big salads, you may, you know, get some, you know, digestive upset. So then what I recommend for you guys to do is start small, you know, make a bigger salad than you ever did, and slowly increase the salad size and decrease the other processed foods, animal foods, and junk foods you guys are eating, so you guys can get more vegetables in you. My third method for getting more vegetables in you is to always have some kind of hummus, guacamole, salsa, or even just salad dressing laying around in your fridge ready. They have a lot of different HPP, you know, guacamoles and hummuses, or of course make your own fresh every week. That'd be the best. And always have that in your fridge, because you know, when you have a dip, you need something to dip into it, right? So get some vegetables, you know, some little baby carrots, or better yet, buy the large style carrots and cut them up into little pieces and dip them in there, right? Buy jicama, slice it into little chips, dip that in the dip. Get some baby greens. I love buying the little baby bok choys at the grocery store when I don't have them in my garden. I could pick leaves out of my garden and just dip it in the hummus and eat it. This is going to make a nice, easy, convenient snack. You know, instead of eating fruits, right, you could have a vegetable meal with a dip, with some hummus, and get some beans in it too, and it'd be so healthy, so delicious, and yet another way to displace more of the junk foods, processed foods that you would eat otherwise. Fourth way to get more veggies in you is to make green smoothies and vacuum blend them. Very important, guys. Many of you guys haven't heard of vacuum blending or vacuum blenders. I'm the #1 guy that educates people about vacuum blending and the benefits it can provide. When you traditionally blend in a standard blender, which is great because you can get more vegetables in you, you're adding lots of oxygen that means you'll be swallowing extra air, which may give you more gas and bloating. Also indigestion, and you're oxidizing some of valuable oxygen-sensitive phytonutrients. For that reason, I recommend vacuum blending. I'll post a link down below to the video where I show how just a little lid could turn either a Blendtec or a Vitamix into a vacuum blender. You can up the nutrition in your smoothies now by up to 3 times on the oxygen-sensitive ingredients. Swallow less air, get less gas, get less bloating, have better color, less separation, and a better, finer texture and stronger flavors, all to boot, right? I recommend you guys, once again, the best ways to process your food. That's what I've been specializing in for the last 29 years. I've been selling equipment to do this for the last 26 years. You can check out all my equipment videos at my other YouTube channel, Discount Juicers. I probably should have had this at the first tip, because it's juicing. Now, I do sell juicers. I'll tell you guys that straight up. But I've been juicing now for the last 29 years straight. That's how I first got into eating a raw fruit and vegetable based diet, by juicing, especially the greens and other vegetables. You know, I would drink a vegetable juice for breakfast, maybe have a few meals throughout the day, and then like late afternoon, I have another vegetable juice, and then I'd have my normal dinner, right? This allowed me to increase my vegetable consumption by 4, because literally it takes 4 pounds of vegetables to make like 1 quart of juice, and I drink a quart of green juice a day, and that's a lot more greens and vegetables I'm able to get into that 1 glass, instead of just eating 4 times the amount, because the volume would be so much. Now, when you juice, you remove some but not all of the fiber, but more importantly, you're concentrating those nutrients because you're removing the fiber. You're also getting the living structured water that can be also low deuterium if you're juicing straight leaves only, which can be quite beneficial for us. So this is why I highly recommend buying a juicer this new year to get started, so you will include more vegetables. And once again, the whole goal of eating more vegetables is to displace other foods that you eat in excess in too much quantity, whether that's fruits, whether that's animal foods, whether that's junk foods, whether that's other vegan processed foods that are not as healthy. I want you guys to get more vegetables in you, and juicing it is an excellent way to do that. Link down below to my recent video I made for the New Year's on why juicing works to get you guys to lose weight according to the science, and I share my ultra low calorie weight loss juice recipe as well. Now my sixth method for getting more greens in you is to simply buy an Instant Pot and pressure cook them, right? The Instant Pot is the only way that I heat process my food. It keeps the food temperature low, under 248 degrees, so that it maximizes the nutrition in the foods, allows me to cook in the shortest amount of time. I could put some of the greens in there for literally 0 minutes. It'll just heat up, pressurize, and then depressurize and cool down. And it makes the greens nice and soft for me to eat, enjoy, so I could actually get a higher volume of them into me in a softer texture than eating them raw. Of course, I also like to eat my greens raw, but if I eat, like a salad already in the day, and I want to have more greens, then I might heat process them to make them softer. And of course, it also allows you to eat other vegetables that couldn't normally be eaten raw, such as potatoes. Also can allow you to, eat more purple sweet potatoes, which is one of my favorite vegetables to process, as well as the artichokes, which you could eat raw, but they're really not fun. Also, as a single guy, using the Instant Pot is super easy. You put stuff in there, you set the time setting on there, and you just walk away. And it cooks, it beeps when you're done. You just get the food, it warms it up when you're done if you forget about it. And it's so simple and easy. I highly encourage you guys to get an Instant Pot if you're considering, cooking your greens or other vegetables. It's the easiest and one of the best ways to maximize the nutrition of the greens instead of overcooking them, by broiling them or frying them in an oven. All right, so that was all of my 6 tips so that you guys can get more vegetables in you this 2024. And I want to leave you guys with a bonus, right? My bonus is I want you guys always to source the highest quality vegetables, right? Low quality vegetables aren't as nutritious as higher quality vegetables that are grown with the good practices. Of course, growing your own is always the best because you could specifically control what's being sprayed on your crops, the fertilizers and nutrients and bacteria and minerals you're putting into the soil, which most farmers pay no attention to. But if you can't grow your own, then at least minimally go out to your local farmers market, support your local farmers, buy in-season crops that are local to you whenever possible. The goal of my diet is to eat as much of what I grow first, followed by filling in with local farms, and then finally filling in with organic produce from the local health food stores, then finally filling in with a few non-organic items that may be on the Clean 15 list or that are not available organically. So, and then also, of course, when you support your local farmers, it's fresher picked, it's gonna have more life force, more energy. You could also ask the farmer, hey, when did you harvest this, right? Oh, I harvested it this morning. It's gonna last a lot longer and stay fresher for you guys in the end. So I always want to encourage you guys to support your local farmers, or even better yet, become your own farmer like I have. So I really hope this episode has helped you with some ways to incorporate more vegetables into your diet in 2024. Which way did you like best? Which way will you start doing this 2024 to get more vegetables in you in some of the best ways possible? I want to hear from you. Post your comments down below. Let me know what you'll be doing this year to include more vegetables in your diet. If you guys enjoyed this format, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. More importantly, share this with other people that are also trying to include more vegetables in their diet in this new year so that they could learn some of my best tips to get vegetables in you the best way possible. Also, be sure to click that subscribe button so you don't miss out on my new and upcoming episodes. I'll be coming out every 5 to 7 days. You never know where I'll show up or what you'll be learning on my YouTube channel, encouraging you guys to eat more fresh fruits and vegetables, which are the healthiest foods on the planet. Make sure you click the little bell so you get notified as my new videos come out. And finally, be sure to check my past episodes. The past episodes are a wealth of knowledge. Over 800 episodes at this time on this channel dedicated to teach you guys all about how to eat more fresh fruits and vegetables and other plant foods in your diet so that you guys can be healthier. So with that, that, my name is John Kohler with OKRaw.com. We'll see you next time, and until then, remember, keep eating your fresh fruits and vegetables. They're always the best.